Hello and welcome back to another out of spec detailing video from Clear Detailing here in Windsor, Colorado. Today I want to make an interior video talking vegan leather, more or less. So we've got two vehicles in the shop today. We've got this particular one, which is my friend Kyle's Tesla Model S Plaid with the white vegan interior. And off camera, I'll show you guys in a second, but we've got a Rivian R1T with the Ocean Coast interior. I'm gonna talk a lot about these vegan seats today, how they clean up, comparing Tesla to Rivian, as well as my general impression and feeling towards vegan interior versus something like leather. But I want to compare these two because in my opinion, they are two of the best vegan interiors on the market today. So let's jump into this and get going. So no better place to start here than the Plaid. So this is a Tesla Model S Plaid owned by my friend Kyle. And first off, just have to say a big thank you to Kyle for letting us get this seat. Absolutely nasty, disgusting, filthy. He's been begging me, can you please clean this up? I was like, I wanna make a video. I wanna get it super dirty and then go in and clean it and show you guys how nice this stuff cleans up. Because my impression, if this was a white leather interior, this would absolutely terrify me. But being a vegan interior, I think it's way better. Okay, so let's start off at number one. What is a vegan interior? It is a catchy word for saying leather-free interior. So there is no animal rawhide or anything like that. This is a synthetic material that manufacturers have come up with. And in my impression, from a detailing perspective, I think it's a way better material. It doesn't have, cracking and issues like that over time on bolsters here. It acts the same way in ways, but in my opinion, it's a far, far better material and saving, cow rawhides and stuff like that. I personally just don't love the word vegan. Now, these lighter interiors have been something Tesla's been doing for a while now, but as you can see, this is what happens when you don't maintain them. And in my impression, this is what happens when you don't maintain a beige leather interior or something similar like a light gray interior. Being that it is this stark white, it always does look a little bit worse if you're not maintaining it. But I'm gonna show you how nice this is to clean up. Now, over here, we're gonna pan over this way, and I'm gonna show you the Ocean Coast interior in this Rivian R1T. Hopping into the Rivian now, and as you guys can see, this is definitely a little bit darker of a material. This is almost like a pale gray, a little bit off-white. But what's interesting about this truck and why I thought, oh, this video is gonna be perfect is because we've got a dirty Model S, we've got a dirty Rivian R1T with the light interiors. This is actually a farm truck, and this is in for a full correction, coating, interior coating detail. We'll talk a little bit about the coatings later on for light interiors like this, but as you can see, this is pretty filthy over here. We've got lots of dirt and grime here on the armrest, just absolutely filthy. Again, if this was leather, I would really, really be concerned. But jumping in and out of here, this is already filthy, really starting to look quite dirty in my opinion. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna clean up these seats, how both of them clean up. If one is more prone to staining, if one looks better afterwards, I'm gonna be going through all of that. I personally have really no impression, this versus something like Model S as far as interior. This is the first time we're really cleaning the Model S interior, and this is the first really, really dirty Ocean Coast interior. Now, if I flip over here, this is my personal Tesla Model 3. Also notice, I've got a white interior, but I thought it would be a better comparison between this and the Model S because it is perforated material. Just initially, what I want to say is Rivian's material feels far more firm. These two cars have right around 5,000 miles on them. I think this one's 4,000, the Plaid 6,000, so should be around the same. My impression is this one gets abused a lot more because it is a farm truck. You're in and out with jeans, dirt, grime, everything, whereas something like the Plaid is more of a daily driver. But this car has been on road trips. We've had this at track days. That's why the interior is so filthy. But let's jump into this. We're gonna start I guess on the Rivian. So I'll start a little 50-50 section here and show you my impressions of how it cleans up. So let's get rolling here. So I'm gonna mask off this seat and probably armrest here to show you guys a nice 50-50. So you can really see how easy this is to clean and what it looks like after the fact. So first off here, I've got a couple materials, and this is what you guys would use and what I would really recommend if you are cleaning up your interior on a weekend or having a detailer do it, whatever the case may be. But let's start off with both the front sides. So we'll do a before and after here. So I'm using CarPro Inside here, and this is just 50-50. This is actually a really light, gentle cleaner. So I'm kind of going least aggressive to most aggressive, if you will. And all you do is come in here and agitate this with a brush. And as I can already see, that really deep stained in dirt is already starting to come out that quickly. This stuff is just incredible for cleaning, and it is super, super safe. So, you know, when you get into leather interiors, a lot of the time what you have to do, if they're really, really stained like this, is you have to steam them to open up the pores, go in there, clean it out, to be able to pick away that dirt. Whereas a material like this is a lot less porous and really makes it a lot easier, in my impression, to clean. So I'm just going to come back in here, give it a little more, give it a little bit deeper scrub just to give the chemical a chance to get everything it can out of here. And then we simply wipe this away. So let's pop over here and look at this now. Holy smokes. So now that you guys can see this up close a lot better, look at all of the dirt and debris in this versus how bright and white that is. Again, really, really simple to clean this up. It is just insane, the difference here. Look at this on the armrest. Filthy, filthy dirty, nice and clean. Again, this was literally spraying this on, agitating with the brush, hitting it with the other brush, and wiping it away. It is that simple. For a super, super dirty interior, I would call this. I mean, it's absolutely filthy. I don't know how much more brown you can get. Look at this door panel over here. Same issue going on. I have no issue with this. I think it would clean up extremely, extremely nice. My personal opinion, Rivian interior cleanup, 10 out of 10. Again, now I would say this is a little bit more plush. As it has this dirt and grime on there, it gets a little bit more crusty. I don't know if that's a word for it, but this feels how it should. Nice and plush. I still think the Model S interior is a little softer, but this so far wearing perfectly. Again, this guy wears a lot of jeans, and this is having no issue here on the side bolster. Ever so slight bit of wrinkling back here maybe, but I think that is not going to be too much of an issue. We recently just had a Mercedes EQS AMG EQS. I always say that backwards. Go see the video. I may leave a link in the description to see what that leather seat looked like. The whole leather seat was just crusty and gross. It was a press car, but still didn't have that many miles. I think around the same here, between 4,000 and 6,000, and it looked 10 times worse than this. Now back in the Model S, and I want to see how this cleans up, because my impression from Rivian so far, extremely good on how simple and easy that was to clean up. Could not be happier with the results. I'm going to do a little bit bigger section here just to give you a really good indication of 50-50 what this actually looks like. But I'm going to show you in real time so you can see how crazy simple this is to clean one more time. Can already see the dirt just coming off there immediately. Insane. Yeah, I don't know. My impression from these, you know, vegan leather-free interiors is that they just wear so nice. They clean up insanely easy, and you're able to have crazier colors from my impression, like this bright white. I would personally never own a white interior that is leather, but this material is just fantastic. So let's wipe this away and see how we've done. So far, that looks pretty darn good. pretty impressed with this as well. I would almost say though that maybe the Rivian interior cleaned up ever so slightly better. If this car were leaving my detail shop, you know, for a client, I would probably clean this one more time, just give it a nice little reset on here. But let's see that 50-50. Look at the color again, just nasty yellow, brown down here to a vibrant white, and it really goes back. This feels, again, I would say Tesla's interior feels a lot more plush to me than the Rivian. You know, this is a more luxury car, whereas the Rivian's a adventure vehicle, but my impression is I like this material a little bit better than on the Rivian. Just my opinion. You guys may disagree, but that's kind of what I'm seeing. Let's talk through my final thoughts and feelings on the Tesla here. I mean, just look at that. This is just gross. I mean, it looked bad, but when you do a 50-50 like this, you just kind of scratch your head and go, holy cow, that was really bad. So my impression from this one, really, really nice. Now, what I would say is the Tesla seat is slightly harder to clean. And the only reason I'm saying that is I think between these two materials. Now, my personal preference, I like the Tesla plushness of this a little bit more than I do the Rivian, where it feels a little bit more stiff. But I think when you have the stiff interior in the R1T, it's a little easier to get in there and scrub, which is lifting that dirt away, whereas this is a little bit more plush, so it's kind of pushing in. Again, that's insane right there. I may go over this one more time if this were, you know, coming in for a full detail or something like that, but really, really thoroughly impressed with that. So let me jump back over here to the Rivian while we're at it and just show you one more time the results in here. I mean, this armrest to me, I was looking at this off camera. That is just incredible. As I get really tight in here, you can see all that dirt is gone. You can see that grain in there. It really looks like leather, but in my opinion, far, far better. So my impression overall, Rivian or Model S interior, you're not going to go wrong with either. These both clean up insanely nice. I think, of course, the Model S is more for that luxury, where this is more the rugged utilitarian vehicle that you can now really beat up. And that's really cool to see. I'm really thrilled with that. I mean, again, if this was a leather interior, I would be so panicked about that, honestly. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. Really interesting comparison between a Rivian and a Tesla. Not always something that you see, you know, as we don't have a Cybertruck here yet, but really quite interesting. If there's any other comparisons like this that you guys would like to see, let me know down in the description, and hope you guys enjoy this one. We'll see you on another out of spec detailing video soon. Bye-bye.